Was that bad? You know, she has like the whole internet behind her right now. She came out of the box. It looked very similar to the music videos. There was nothing new there, but Taylor Swift puts on a great show. So we know when she's going to kick off a show that it's going to draw eyes.
Yeah, thanks for being here, Julia. Great
Thank
to
you for
talk to you,
having
as
me.
always. More women have come forward accusing Bill Cosby of sexual assault, and the comedian is staying silent. 17 women have accused the comedian of assault, with more speaking out over the weekend. And so did former NBC employee Frank Scotty. He told the New York Daily News that he sent thousands of dollars to various women on Cosby's behalf. None of this stopped the veteran comedian from performing at his stand-up show in Melbourne, Florida, where he was greeted by die-hard fans and a standing ovation. And backstage, the troubled star told Florida Today, quote, "I know people are tired of me not saying anything, but a guy doesn't have to answer to innuendos. People should fact-check, people shouldn't have to go through that, and shouldn't answer to innuendos." Joining us now to discuss is entertainment lawyer John Burns. John, thanks for being with us. A lot of information came out this weekend. What do we know now?
Yeah, we know a number of different individuals have continued to come out. Obviously, as you mentioned before, it's up to 17 women who have made similar type of allegations against Bill Cosby. And now we have Frank Scotty, the former NBC aide intern, that has come out and said that he paid off tons of women. But from a legal perspective, not much has changed. We still have the statute of limitation bar that pretty much does not allow any of these claims to move forward from a criminal or civil perspective.
What is the statute of limitations? I guess it depends on the state, but in what state did most of this happen?
So we're looking at California, New York. It really varies by state and jurisdiction, as you mentioned, but it's usually 3 to 6 years, depending on the severity of the assault. But that's pretty typical across most jurisdictions.
Yeah, even if it was within that time, it's difficult, I guess, to establish exactly what happened in the absence of any forensic evidence. So, I mean, a claim is just a claim, right? It's a he said, she said.
Exactly. These are unsubstantiated allegations. I think you hit the nail on the head there. And absent any forensic examination, because it purely you can't do that at this time because it's been so long, and you cannot examine the alleged victims or anything like that just because so much time has passed by. So it makes any type of prosecution difficult, if not impossible. And that's separate and apart from the fact that it's the bar by virtue of the statute of limitations.
Do you think he's wise for not really talking about this and for not doing a TV interview, not doing a 60 Minutes and speaking out about it? Does that just only cause more problems than it solves?
Well, from a PR perspective, it might not be wise, but from a legal perspective, I think it makes a lot of sense. His lawyers are clearly advising him not to speak because we don't know if there could be some new allegations that come out that don't fall within that window that's barred by the statute of limitations. So his lawyers are advising him to remain quiet, not say anything that could be incriminating. So I think it's very wise for him to remain quiet.
And it is a delicate situation, I assume, for him, because once you've created this persona and once there are so many seemingly credible claims coming out about what you've done in the distant past, it's then conceivable that even if he hasn't offended within the past few years, an accusation that came out that he had could have additional credibility, even if it's unfounded, right?
Exactly. I think you hit the nail on the head again there, because there's been so many similar type claims that you begin to obviously you would believe another claim that came out more readily than you would if all these other claims didn't come out before that. So yeah. I believe if a new claim emerged, I think people, especially from public perception, would believe that claim more readily. Legally speaking, that's a little bit different.
Yeah, right. Good to talk to you, John. Thanks for being with us.
All right. Thank you.
Stay tuned, of course, to plenty more conversations coming up throughout the day on HuffPost Live. Ricky Camilleri is up next.